Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. Welcome to Jupiter and Taurus Day. Okay, it's a Thursday, so you know Thursday is a Jupiter day. So Jupiter is about expansion. It's about expanding. Okay, so what that is, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's just taking one space and adding more space to it. Okay, so you can, know all the ins and out that space. So that's why it's in, contraction, out, expansion. So you know what I'm saying? That's the fuck was gonna be going on right now. A lot of, trying to, seize up a space, you know what I'm saying? Expand from a space or get the fuck out of a space or flee from a space. You know what I'm saying? And that space can be in our home. You know what I'm saying? It could be at our job. It could be at, any one of our houses. You know what I'm saying? We got 12 houses and each of them, represent a certain area of life. So this is, astrology 101 getting into that concept. But, when Jupiter is in Jupiter, how we got to expand right now, is Jupiter in Gemini. So, Jupiter in Gemini is expanding mental flexibility. So that's the only thing with this transit. Jupiter has been in Taurus where we had to make sense of our faith. You know what I'm saying? We had to make sense of our, you know, logic about faith and shit like that. We had to make sense and make a safe way for us to experience, the things that we want to experience. So the thing about it, if you don't if you don't have no discipline, you know what I'm saying, you won't get the bulk of the experience. Hold on, give me a second. So with Jupiter in Gemini, this is creating an environment for you to expand, basically. Or this is expanding mental flexibility. So when it brings the energy of expansion, which is learning, expansion, contraction, or traveling, or feeling your way through something until you gain the knowledge to understand it. That's kind of like Jupiter energy. So that's like travel. So the way we're gonna be traveling is through, and y'all better believe like the whole world watching my channel right now. Real shit. We be having special guests, all type of shit, everything in this motherfucker. So don't think that the whole world ain't watching this channel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody into astrology. I changed the whole world and shit like that. Me and my association. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you know what I'm saying, but we expanding, our environment and our surrounding and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of going all traveling corporate, all going global as a community though. So we may even have broad thoughts about community and like what that looked like, and we might be growing our own communities, like, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, this is like expanding mental flexibility. So that is one of the main things that's going to be going on as well. Now, as far as your mental flexibility is your ability to spend on what to think and what not to think. Now, that's going to be your challenge because you may have thoughts that you may not need to spend much time on. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mutable air. So that's being adaptable to your own and other ways of communicating. So, but yeah. That's what we got going on with Jupiter and Gemini. And so, you want to keep a healthy environment and shit like that. I've been trying to remain healthy, just doing my daily due diligence. I have a lot of responsibilities too and stuff like that. But I'll still be trying to come through and get y'all the message of Zeus and stuff, but I can't just be talking out my ass. Like, I kind of gotta get, the people that are aware and are watching of me, a little bit of, kind of baby spoon feeding type situations, until you guys can understand the body alchemy that actually really goes with astrology, you know, and that is kind of doing, certain prayers, certain signs, certain sigils, that type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So, we're gonna get there though. But for the most part, um, we gotta expand it, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta like actually get the right ideas, actually have the right conversations. And just like in Gemini season, it's kind of hard to do that, right? Because it's not a Sagittarius, it's in the opposite sign. So a lot of our talks is gonna be just wanting to be talking about random shit. But we gonna wanna feel like that we're gaining some knowledge of the shit. And the only knowledge that we gonna get is that, oh, it's the same old song. It's the same old song and dance. It's the same old, you know what I'm saying? That type shit. Because Jupiter is about, Gemini is about familiarity. So that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? We're going to want to experience, Jupiter is going to bring a bunch of expansion and contraction in the area of Gemini, which is the third house, familiarity, friends, gossip, talking, information. How long have you been collecting vintage toothpicks? Like just saying random shit. Like that's Gemini all day. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we can be aware of. You know what I'm saying? This season and shit like that, and also specifically Thursdays and anytime you may just be experiencing a lot of flunked out thoughts and stuff like that. You know, you know that's what it is with Jupiter and Gemini. So like even if you even this whole season is about confusion in some way, you know what I'm saying? And you allowing yourself to be confused a little bit because it's kind of like a prayer where you're doing the as above, so below ritual. So, you know what I'm saying? In the sky, Gemini, Mercury is the ruler. So Mercury be all over the place, you know what I'm saying? It's like the nervous system, you know what I'm saying? All your nerves connected and shit. So like your mind be all over the place and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But in astrology, this is just showing you the third house. Also on a micro level, when the sun get from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. would be like the point when like, okay, now we getting high and we can see the sun and shit like that. And the sun is, now we get all the information from what the sun is emanating and shit. So we can see everything. We can point to shit. We can point to different things and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of information. Or, the sky. We might start seeing the sky clearly at 10 a.m. in the morning and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things like that. But yeah, for the most part, everybody just gonna want to be in their own environment and shit like that, and their own surroundings and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the point to it. Just kicking shit, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. But the information you into really is gonna show you where you at, where you placed that. That's what you know what I'm saying. You're gonna show you however your environment is, the things that you into, the thoughts that you into, the feelings that's gonna be your environment, and however well you can expand on that environment, know what's wise to deal with that in your, let's say, you know what I'm saying, that's like your mental room that you bring outside. I'm saying you might have too much baggage in there. It might be dirty when you bring your mental room outside. That might not be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Or, you may even jump online and bring a dirty ass room to online or something like that. And just people can just pick up your energy. Like, let's not follow this guy. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Let's not, it get that deep. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to make sure that your internal environment is good and it got good fruits in it, aka things that keep your mind busy and things that keep your mind focused on You know what I'm saying? Getting what you need to get done for you to actually thrive. Now, if you don't have nothing to actually thrive for or nothing to actually fight for, then that may be one of your main starting points or issues. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to just reconsider some things. You might have to reconsider some things. Cause that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no holding hands. We in a hard time right now. That's what we in. We in a hard time. We in a hard time in the world. But it's only in a sense of that if you don't have your shit together and these transits transiting and motherfuckers is still, you know, lacking, just may be a hard time for you. Because we're experiencing a lot of change. You know what I'm saying? A lot of a lot of air too right now. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of these shits in Gemini and things like that. You know. But yeah, so what, you know, how well can you expand your mental flexibility? You know, how well can you know what ideas, you know, are worth expanding on and shit like that, and what not worth talking about. See, if you can't even do the actual energy of it in itself, you know what I'm saying, aka communicating, you know, in ways that make you feel familiar, then you might feel out the game already. But you know, if you can find some way to allow yourself to, you know, have healthy conversations, share information, you know what I'm saying, be around good people that, you know, it make you feel like this is what we all supposed to be doing type shit. And that's the type of vibe you want to be in right now, especially with all of this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's some of y'all just got it wrong because y'all just be doing the whole damn spell wrong. Y'all don't understand. A lot of these systems, if you're not in one of their systems, like working one of their jobs and something like that, then and I'm talking about all forms of getting G-Bucks. If you're not in one of them types of situations and stuff like that, you sitting on your ass only gonna last for so long. They got a whole system. It spirals. It goes like, that's why it's 360, but a little bit of 5 on there. You know what I'm saying? To make that's like, right, a merry-go-round, right? And your ass on the side, but a merry-go-round going fast as fuck. What you're gonna see is people accumulate in that chakra wheel system and stuff like that. You gonna be lessened because you not learning your lesson. You're not learning what the fuck they doing. You're not learning how to switch your motherfucking character. You're not learning how to not be in no victim position. You're not learning how to, you know what I'm saying? You're not learning a lot. So you need to like understand esoteric. It ain't even got nothing to do with esoteric, because this shit just real life. You can just look out and see it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta find some way to, you know, be of value or value something so much that you gonna make yourself valuable enough to make that value happen. All that other shit is for the birds. Your ass gonna get executed. Esoterically, y'all see they do it to people that be in society all the time. It's silent. So it's like they kill them off with, you know, things like, I'm too sexy for that job. You know what I'm saying? That, the food, you know, in ways, uh, psyops, you know, things that they plant in media, things that they plant in your songs. All of these play on y'all chakra systems, y'all desires. So this is why I'm so big on the days, because if you understand how to understand the 7 days of the week, you can learn authority to take over how you experience those chakras in those days and shit like that. Because usually they already got stuff set up to play on that shit. But if you know how to, set things up, then it's for you. And this is just for you. You'll start having. Let me just say this: you'll start having more authority in the way that you would like. You get what I'm saying? And all people know what I'm talking about. Even famous people, they know that it don't matter how famous or am I not. They can pick up how I'm showing my character and how I can move it and stuff like that, because they all know that's something that every spirit want to do. So this is why they be watching me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they interested in, type shit. So, so when we getting on track and stuff like this, the 7 days teach you your seven chakras, your 7 main chakras, your sun through Saturn. So that, in a sense, could allow you, to understand what they were meaning by the day. In the 24-hour period, they were tracking, the closest energy that we experience on that day. You know what I'm saying? Or the influence that we may experience on that day. And so that's why they named it after these. And that's their little way of tracking it. It can be done different ways. Every society had a different way of doing it, but it's all here for you, and to be like, it's here for you to use. All of us got access to energies, so so you want to know your disciplines and stuff like that, in a sense of what you need to be focused on and stuff. So is, for example, right, let's say today is Thursday, right, so if it's a Thursday, it's Jupiter Day. So what is Jupiter? Expansion, experience, meanings, reasonings. Meanings, reasons, and travel, or like wanting to be free, right? So we already know that Jupiter is in Taurus, so we're gonna need that Jupiter to kind of play out like. Well, we already know that Jupiter influence is gonna play out like that because it's in Taurus. Now, Taurus is the fixed Earth sign. So it's about stability. So what we want to experience right now is a way to expand our stability. And how we want to expand our stability, is going to be how we do this day. You know what I'm saying? So it can be your day or not. You got your own Jupiter in your chart, and that affects how you interact with the Jupiter of the day and the energy of the day. So when y'all two clash, boom, it create a light and it emit a light, and then that spirit, that energy that you create with the day, is going to manifest as a person, place, or thing, or some type of outcome, because everything is accumulation. So boom, that light you emit, it could be a negative one or a powerful one, or or a lukewarm one too. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Malik Brown, born on Thursday. But yeah, so that, in a sense, is going to give you manifestations over time. You know what I'm saying? Because all these days, you doing the water cycle too, where that the body of water we call the sun, and us doing the rotation, we're crashing with that shit too, and all of our chakras too, and it's. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't got all the words to explain it all the way though down here and stuff like that. But that we can do our best to try. On Thursday you can know how you are better be able to track how you are interacting with your Jupiter system and stuff like that. And then the better you know that, you know what I'm saying, now when you do have experiences in that way, you can understand, okay, boom, your mind would go to, okay, I know I need to experience some type of safety, or I need to expand on being patient, being practical. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't make no sudden moves, even though Jupiter is opposite to Gemini. I don't like being there, so it kind of do want to run from, you know, having such a vulnerable space, or like having a vulnerable environment. Jupiter wouldn't like that. You know, feeling free where it gotta be talked about or some shit like that, or it gotta be judged, or you know what I'm saying, feeling free like in a place where it's talked about. It don't like being there, so it like to be in Sagittarius where, you know, it can separate and stuff. But everything right now, a lot of shit right now is happening just because a lot of shit is in Gemini, and we're experiencing a lot of communication. So a lot of things is happening in that uh in that realm, in the air realm. All of these is different realms too: fire, water, earth, and shit like that. Density levels and shit like that. But you know, air is a little bit different. You know, so air is going, you know, it ain't got really nothing to do with the body too much. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the first forms, but it's more so like your idea or how you communicate, and that is a world in it of itself. And you got to be like either a good higher octave air sign to understand that, or you know, or just a higher positive, like vibrating type of person, I guess you would say. But it ain't even all about positivity too, because it can look negative to other people's positivity and stuff. But you know, we all expanding in the sense of, you know, how we think, and a lot of that shit can be a lot of information, TMI, like too much details and stuff. So, uh, you know, the time right now, as far as today and shit like that, and the energy that we may be experiencing. But other than that, man, you know, I'm about to get ready. I gotta go do some more work and shit like that. I was just trying to hop on because, you know, there's a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all being very logical and practical right now, and don't just be jumping and shit like that without having proper communication. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of or some type of intelligence that you can know on your mind to make you deal with people that probably even don't want to communicate and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to drive for yourself and others. You got to think for yourself and others in ways, especially if you're the wiser spirit or the stronger spirit. And if you come in contact with me, you likely should be one of those. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying everybody that, because we do have just dumbasses that fall across. But for the most part, everybody that's consistent and that watch me, you know what I'm saying? You should kind of know that. But yeah, motherfucker been chilling though, you know what I'm saying? Real. Motherfucker been chilling, trying to get these things together. You know, but yeah. So yeah, it don't look like it's getting no better for anybody that don't really want to, you know, get out in life. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all just gotta get out in life. Stop being, you know, it is scary. People are scary, but you gotta be the scariest one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the scariest human or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't make people, you can't let people scare you. You know what I'm saying? But you be scary in a way that you feel like you did. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a fucking cartoon walking Earth. That would feel different, right? It would feel unique. Like, so you gotta look at it like that. I ain't telling y'all all to become cartoons or nothing. I'm just making an example. So, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get that thing. 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 She got it.
Really hit that shit, but he hit that shit. And I was like, I didn't know he could do that. Because I know him He be supporting me. He's took like some other classes. I did not. He's not.
Where I put that shit?
But
You got myself when y'all think Jesus was a man. Look at yourself, my nigga, you the fucking man. I got Zeus back, I gotta show him once again. Yeah, man. See, when it comes to yourself, man, just don't be dishonorable. It's the type of shit you cannot run to your mama with. It's the type of shit you gotta be on daily. We on, mind on, we gone. Fuck is you talking about? If I go run up that here, would you give me a spray? Let's see. What's somebody saying that hard? What you talking about? What's hard? Pause. Yeah, man. Shit. Oh, you talking about the song, the Zeus man? I think you might be talking about that. Yeah, man. I'm putting out the official version soon and stuff like that will be coming out. So thank everybody for supporting and stuff. You know. I mean, so like anybody got any questions or anything? Y'all want to know anything about this energy? You know, maybe know how it's affecting you or some shit like that. Other than that, man, I don't know, man. I be feeling like shit. I be feeling like humanity in a sense of like you just gotta get whoever like the teaching phase of a lot of shit is over for sure. I feel like now it ain't no more like everybody is teaching like differently. Like all the teachers that was teaching like the knowledge of shit like where you can like actually sit and learn it and shit like that. It's not like that no more. It's more so people are getting the fuck on and moving the fuck on. So if you just got you know teachers in your life and stuff like that, you better take from them and then just you know make sure you make them proud in some way. You know what I'm saying? Make them proud. It ain't no more. God ain't is God stop already not playing with niggas no more. God already like man, y'all niggas not too many chances. You know what I'm saying? Too many, and if you ain't looking at it like that, you know it's gonna be hard. And I'm not saying this to be, you know, and it's fucked up because it's just like they got people in she said so many people lose their mind Gemini season is scary. Yeah, man. Yeah. It ain't but that's the natural energy of a Gemini too. It's just to, you know, actually kind of participate with others and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So in that way you can lose yourself. But it's the thing of people losing themselves but not having a way to like view it so they like really think they lost and you ain't never lost. You got your own spirit, you got your own space. You can, you know what I'm saying, you can start there. You know what I'm saying, you can you know what I'm saying, you got your own thoughts, you got your own feelings, you should have your own mind and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And why somebody else that's a different race from you, why they got somebody named God and things like miracles can happen for them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If we look at it in the most logical way, let's say a miracle is just them being able to build a building and have people working under them. You know what I'm saying? But shit, they still came up with that concept to do it. You know what I'm saying? So why God only work for a certain group of individuals? That's how you gotta start thinking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, no, what the fuck? No, I got the wrong type situation going on. You know what I'm saying? Until you like really get that through your mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And understand that it ain't gotta be, you know, you just being being flunked out in your mind and lost with your mind and stuff like that. Cause like you really got to think like, damn, it's a whole group of individuals that got something called money, that got something called God. They flourishing, and even though I know they ain't shit either. It look like they can go home and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So why God ain't? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta start questioning shit like that. You can't just leave that up for, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We living in houses, they got all the wealth and shit and all of that shit. You gotta start thinking like, hold on, hold on. And I'm just told to be complacent in this bitch. You feel me? That's how you gotta start putting shit down. If you ain't putting shit down like that, you know what I'm saying? You may be on the wrong side of the energy. Like, hold on. Like, why these people got good church buildings? You gotta start really thinking like that. Like, how did they do that? You know? You gotta get to them types of questions. And then you would start feeling like, man, shit, they lost their mind, but they lost it in a good way. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying, lost it in a way where, you know what I'm saying? Cause why can't you call something something and some get worshipped and shit like that type shit, you know? You gotta start thinking like that. Like who gave some people the nuts to do that? And why is they not more swaggier than me? And why is that happening? You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no swag. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but they got insecurities because we don't even know these people type stuff. They not outside showing their miracles, so they kind of doing like behind the scenes things. So it's like you gotta ask yourself the right questions. You really do. God damn it. I know I'm supposed to have some guests soon coming over. I hope the guys just let me know when they're outside or something like that. You feel me? Like how? Like man, I'm questioning that for like 98% of my life. Like how did that happen? What? How was that allowed to happen? You get what I'm saying? You feel me? And then like once we get the answer, then we need to get solution oriented. You feel me? When I was like God in the Bible and stuff like that, I'm like, no, this motherfucker gotta get put to test. And then God was like, okay, well, you gotta make sure that happens. And I ain't look back. I ain't look back. So my story almost like a God-like story. It might not be like shit to y'all, but from people around me and stuff like that, from what we came from and stuff, and my trajectory and stuff like that, it looked like something they ain't never seen before. You feel me? So, you know, it's about real life. It's about handling things in real life and doing it like that. You want to make sure that that's the energy and stuff. That way you got full control. You got full control. I'd be damned if a group of beings or people get to call something God and get to prospering and stuff like that, and I don't get to do that. I'd be goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I'd be goddamn. I'd be goddamned. It's just so many truths. The world is very, and it's the body of water and Tiamat, whatever it's called, Gaia, that we live on, and it's very interesting place. Like y'all don't even think like that. Like y'all don't even think like not nobody in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just venting right now. You know, but it's like y'all don't even think of that. You think you just have imaginations and shit like that, and you just get to dream. Then when you wake up, you see a fucking sun, and then when you know what I'm saying, when you talk and stuff. You don't get to see, you don't see the air, but y'all calling something else aliens, bro. Y'all calling something else aliens, and you think you normal type shit. Like you think you like you think you not like what like you know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like y'all gotta start thinking, like start using y'all mind. You know what I'm saying? I know they humanize y'all through television, through the box. Through the box, you know what I'm saying? They humanize y'all, teach y'all how to live like that. But you know, it's always that supernatural thing that happens, and you be like, man, it's a little bit something more to life. What is that? You gotta start questioning that. You heard? All right, man. I'm finna get off this bitch, man. Y'all last nigga.